6:41 here on a Monday. For any parent, losing a child is the worst kind of pain you can experience. The West Valley mom you're about to meet knows that pain all too well, but she's also been able to turn it into purpose. Recently, her son was honored years after his passing. It is a reminder for all of us, young and old alike, that you can make a lasting impression at any age.
I would sit across the street in my car with binoculars and watch him on the playground. It was the best year of our lives.
It was a year Jana Mortensen was worried her little boy Miles would never experience.
The nurse came in and they said, we're going to bring the oncologist in to speak to you. Clay and I actually had to Google what an oncologist was. We were devastated.
At just 2.5 years old, Miles was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma, a disease he fought bravely and even was beating. Miles was doing so well, in fact, doctors said he could start kindergarten.
I just remember taking him to Target and getting school supplies and just feeling so grateful that we had the ability to give him this normal piece of life.
He's cancer-free today. Let's give a round of applause.
But that sense of normalcy would be short-lived. And when you got that news?
I don't think you can put into words knowing that your child is leaving you.
Soon after graduating kindergarten, Miles would relapse for what would be the second and final time. Did he, on some level, know that he was going to be going to heaven?
I hope so. I hope that he did.
In 2018, at just 6 years old, Miles gained his angel wings, as his family so beautifully puts it.
We were laying on the couch and he just looked straight up and kind of raised his body like this, literally raised his arms and then just fell and had passed away. And it was the strangest thing because he looked up and he was seeing someone there, someone was receiving him. To go through weeks of cancer treatment and fevers and sickness and chemo and all the things while still going to kindergarten, he was truly incredible.
When you lose someone, you're not just mourning that person, you're also mourning everything that could have been in the future, those moments that would have been celebrated. But there was one milestone in particular Miles' school, Altaloma Elementary, wanted to make sure he didn't miss.
We recognize legendary locals, and he is one of them.
So legendary, in fact, 8 years after Miles left this earth, his school, Altaloma Elementary, decided to honor him at what would have been his 8th grade promotion.
There was a chair at the end that was saved for Miles, and the entire auditorium was just standing and clapping and just showing the love. It doesn't make up for Miles not being there for the ceremony itself, but to just get to still have that celebration and still have his name be called, it feels like a part of his life has been fulfilled with that.
Legacy is not measured in years, but in the way someone touches the lives of others. Miles' legacy is one of love, resilience, and joy.
What did that show you about Miles' impact?
He's not forgotten. First and foremost, our Altaloma community, it's built on exactly this. Specifically for the promoting class, he made an impact, and that for them as well, they can make an impact at any age.
On behalf of all of us, may you know we saved a seat.
A seat that may seem empty at first glance, but if you look close enough, you'll see it is full of joy, full of bravery, and full of life that no disease can ever erase. That is because those are all the things that Miles embodied and continues to teach us even after his death. You know, the thing about cancer is it does not discriminate. So many of us have been touched by this disease, whether it's directly or indirectly. I've always felt a special bond with Miles and his family because I was diagnosed with the same kind of cancer that Miles had when I was a baby. And during that time, I had connected with Jana on Facebook, and it was just so wonderful to finally meet her in person and see all the great things that she's been doing behind the scenes. I thought this was a really powerful line at the graduation. The principal said, legacy is not measured in years, but in the way someone touches the lives of others. And Miles proves that again and again and again.
Yeah, he really does. And I was asking you, how long did this time pass between his death and this moment? It was 8 years. And that just goes to show who's not forgotten. He's still not going to be forgotten for the next 8 years plus and plus, because we're going to keep these conversations and moments alive. And I'm sure his mother can't thank you enough for that, for being able to talk about her son.
Yeah, Jana is amazing. The whole family is amazing. Speaking of keeping that legacy going, if you'd like to learn more about the charity that Jana has set up, Smiles for Miles, which helps kids fighting cancer at Banner Thunderbird, head to the main page of abc15.com and click on the story. And coming up tomorrow on ABC 15 Mornings, you're going to see how Miles' journey was able to inspire a teacher at Alta Loma and her family at a time when they needed it the most.
Nick, looking forward to that already tomorrow.